what has been the experience of other countries in the ECOWAS? Do you know in specific terms how much has been generated by this, at least a number of these countries?
I may not be in a position to know per se in figure, but visually what one can deduce from activity is that there's always activity, trading activities, which implies that when there are trading activity, there must be revenue. But those who can say pinpointedly in figure are those who are responsible for generating such revenue, something like custom, another one. But in terms of looking, in terms of saying that there are activities, there are trading activities across the border.
Okay, let's look at the Lagos-Seme border, and it's been a major business hub for people who, like you mentioned a number of times, the Benin Republic and Nigeria. You have to learn the language. But what has been the issue between us and Benin in terms of people crossing over? Because there's been the need, there's been this clamor for there to be free movement of persons across the border, because without the movement of people, you cannot move goods.
Thank you very much. That has been a major problem, and it's been attended to by ECOWAS Commission and European Union. But as at now, as we are talking, there's reconstruction of the border. That is Seme border specifically. I think European Union selected about 3 or 4 borders within the West Africa. And because of the importance of Seme border is one. They are reconstructing it now. They are renovating, remodeling the border. That is to say, it was just a marketplace in those days. It was just a village developed into what we know, what is now known as Seme border. But government has seen it beyond that over time, it needs transformation, which they are doing now. I think on completion of that project, things will be more orderly than what it is now. As at now, the construction is about 70% completion. By the time that is done, every transaction we have mode of transacting it. If you are transacting big lorry, there's lane. If you are transacting on small lorry, there's lane. If you are transacting on head something, that is somebody who is just passing with one carton of something or one basket, all those things have been taken care of, not until the construction is completed before we can know the benefit of what they are doing.
You mentioned the European Union.
European Union.
Why do you think they're interested in the borders?
I think, to my mind, you see, by the time you are manufacturing something somewhere, you need to be interested into how do you sell what you are manufacturing. If European Union is interested because they manufacture 1 or 2 things that they are selling across the border, and if they don't participate in how to facilitate selling of that
in other
product,
words, the goods from their own country,
they are goods from their
into
country
the ECOWAS
into the
region.
ECOWAS of region, and they want to assist in ensuring that free movement of those goods matter to them.
Okay.
That is to my mind.
Okay. All right. Let's look at the issue of information sharing. There's been this challenge of officials to share information. What happens, for instance, if a trader is moving from Seme into Nigeria, the officials at those points should be able to tell the traders what is happening and what is expected of them as they're moving into another country. And it seems that this has not really been the way it should be, and that has resulted to harassment of these people, of the traders, and intimidation in some cases.
Yes and no. Yes and no. It is expected. Seme border is the entry point. It is expected that by the time you complete all you need to do regarding importation clearance procedure, nobody along the route will have anything to do with you. You could see uniform men there, you could see roadblock there. They know, they understand whom are they blocking. They are type of trucks. By the time they see those trucks on the road, it is generally accepted that all procedures are taking place in Seme border, because they have custom unit along with other security agencies who does things together. And by the time a clean bill is passed on a particular truck, no any government agency from Seme to Lagos will have anything to do with such truck. You know, because of porosity of the border. Border itself, Seme itself, is just one small enclave. It has other unapproved route here and there. There could be tendency for somebody to take advantage of those unmounted, unguided route to join major road after Seme border. Because the other 2 or 3 villages, you find your way, you come back to the road. That is the essence of all those security agencies along the road. But pinpointedly, the one that passed through Seme border and presented the transaction to Nigerian custom and it undergo all known formality within the law. All those security agencies on the route, they are adequate informed that truck number so is passed and it's passed. Until you get to your warehouse, you don't have challenges.
All right, let's look at the issue of women who do transborder trade.
Yes.
There was a report saying that there should be integration of women across, in terms of the cross-border trade, into the national trade framework and sub-regional trade framework. This is meant to ensure that aspiration of women traders have been adequately reflected in Nigeria's draft trade policy. But let's look at women, despite what this report is saying. How have they been able to fare in transborder trade, and what is their role?
You say, women, in terms of trading across the border, you see, whenever we say, somebody say trading across the border, it becomes an international trade. No matter the closeness of Seme and the closeness of Cotonou, whenever you transact business in Cotonou and you are bringing that business into Nigeria, it is an international trade. And their procedure, the procedure does not see you whether you are a woman or man. The procedure is when you are engaging on international trade, these are the rules and regulations you must follow. The law does not want to know, and it does not excuse that if a woman is doing this, it should be exempted from doing this. No. Any time I have opportunity of engaging myself with women in cross-border affair, I always inform them that what you are doing is quite different from what local market can do. The moment you buy quantity of certain product, and by the time custom look into it, they say this quantity has gone into their book, that you need to observe their paper, you need to observe their rules and regulations. By this quantity you are having, they don't want to know whether you are a woman or you are a man. You must observe what the law prescribes for such transaction.
Okay. Just before I let you go, Miki, let's look at Nigeria and other countries in the West African sub-region. What do you think we should learn from those countries who have been able to put their acts together in terms of trans-border trade?
What I think Nigeria should learn, we should be serious on whatever we are doing. The money we are earning from petroleum, crude oil or something, it has blindfolded us, does not allow us to see other avenue of making money. We now see other avenue as secondary. That is what is responsible for our inability to put our light, energy something in order. And a small country like Ghana is taking advantage of that. Nigeria, we should realize that one day oil could dry. We should not abandon all other areas that can accommodate our children when we are talking of employment. Now, because of our inability to fix our energy, very good number of factories has closed up. The one that does not close up relocated, and we are seeing, because every day we see their machinery moved across the border. In Seme border there, 10 trucks, 30 trucks of relocating machinery, existing machinery in Nigeria, relocating to the other sub-West African. And if you ask, they say it is because of energy, because of light, because they cannot manage their affair with diesel. There's no how they can produce something and sell profitably if they rely on diesel. My advice to Nigerian government is that we should be serious about other area, other than the over concentration on oil is becoming too much, and it appears oil can no longer accommodate our problem. Oil can no longer accommodate. The earlier we understand that, and Nigerian government work along that line, it will be better for us.